Vanessa.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time seeing this pretty face, please don't make it be your last by clicking on the subscription button, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So guys, today we're going to talk about something personal. I know I make it sound like it's easy, but it has actually been such a journey for me, and thinking about it now, like I've actually come from far. I've come from far, my God. So let me give you the backstory. So sometime last week, Khloe Kardashian, somebody posted up Khloe Kardashian's unedited picture of her body, and she literally went to the internet to like demand that the picture be taken down. And knowing the Kardashians, you already know that they edit their pictures, they edit their body to like look a certain way, to have like the perfect shape, the perfect like skin tone and all of that. And when she came to the internet telling, like literally asking that the picture be taken down, like people didn't take it well. So you have the group of people that are obviously for her, and you have the group of people who don't believe that, you know, it was necessary. Because if I'm being honest, that picture is a good picture. She still has a body that, you know, people would kill to have. And they posted that, and what she could do was take the picture down. So she later on came out to like speak about like her body and speak about her struggles, about how, you know, from a young age she was always perceived as the chubby Kardashian because she has always been different, and the population using it against her and literally saying that she should be more like, you know, her sisters, more pretty and everything. And the amount of hard work that she had to put into like looking the way she does now, and people just attributing all that hard work to like surgery and failing to recognize that she actually put in the work to like look the way she's looking now. And people came under like her pictures saying that, you know, that they didn't feel like her taking down the post was necessary, because if we're being honest, her showing like her body unedited like literally told girls that, you know, you can be imperfect and still have a banging body, you can be imperfect and, you know, still look good, you can be imperfect and worthy. And her insisting that the picture be taken down just kind of made it seem like there was something wrong with her, hence there's something wrong with them. So the fact that, you know, girls felt like the hope when seeing that picture unedited and it was taken down is like she didn't consider the effects that it was going to have on others. It was just strictly about how she wanted to be perceived, and to be honest, that's fine. Also, I also watched Lee's video talking about, like, you know, dear Khloe, and how she can relate to what Khloe Kardashian is going through. And if I'm being honest, I can as well. You know, that's actually the sad part of this video. The sad part is actually me sitting down and doing research on BDD, and just watching people's videos, and, you know, just watching for research and actually finding out that it's a disorder that I might have. And I can assure you that a lot of women have the same disorder, but they just don't know it. It's like you're just living life feeling like, you know, you're fine, but in all truth, in all honesty, there's something wrong somewhere, and you have to like figure out how to make it work and how to fix it. So BDD is a mental disorder. I'm going to put the definition on the screen. And after all these write-ups, like I said, I was doing research, and I could relate to a lot of things. Like I could just relate to everything. It was like I was reading about myself basically. And if we're being honest, a lot of women don't talk about this. A lot of women don't talk about like the struggles they go through. It's always like picture perfect. You just see a bunch of people on Instagram or on social media just looking perfect, perfect body, perfect everything, and majority of the time it's fake. Nobody's willing to like talk about like what happens behind the scenes, like how they truly feel and like how they overcome it, because we're all human, and the perception of perfection on social media is what is deceiving a lot of people. And I decided that, you know what, it's going to start from me, so I'm going to share my story and just, you know, talk about it. So from a very young age, yeah, from a very young age, like I just felt ugly. I just felt like, you know, uncomfortable in my own body. I've always been like dark skin. I'm like proper dark skin. I've always been chubby. at a certain point I was skinny, but I've never been skinny for too long. It's like my body weight has been fluctuating between, you know, chubby and skinny, and I've been more like, I spent most of my time being chubby than I was skinny. So, you know, I've always had that. And me being proper dark skin has always been a problem for me, because from as long as I can remember, like, light skinned babes have always been like the trend. I've always been like, you know, the standard. And me being like proper dark skin has always been a problem, because at a young age I would see like babes my age, you know, getting all this attention because they were like light skin, or because they like looked a certain way. And mind you, you know, when people are chubby, like most people are chubby and they have like a butt, and I'm chubby but I don't have a butt, like I'm literally flat behind. So, and that means I have like some sort of flab on my belly, and then I'm flat. So I just hated it. Hated it. I hated my body with everything in me. And all I could think about was how to like make it better. And I was so lazy that I didn't even want to do sports. Like, you know, I just thought about how I could save up money and like do plastic surgery and just get it over and done with. So, added to the fact that, you know, I wasn't getting attention, I didn't feel beautiful in my own skin. It's like, you know, when you're there, but people can see that you're there, but nobody really like takes the extra effort to get to know you. It's all about like how you look like at that moment. And all the people I used to like never used to like me back. And when I look at the type of girls like they used to like, they all fit the description, you know, light skin, curvy, um big boobs, big butts, literally, and that's it. And at that point, like, you know, I thought there was something wrong with me. Like, I thought there was actually something wrong with me. So I started doing research on like surgery and like how to go about it. I even started saving up for surgery, and it was sad that all the effort I put into I don't know, all the effort I put into saving up and doing research on what type of surgery I wanted, I could have put in that same effort to be like the better version of myself. But it is what it is. That's a story for another day. So, getting to uni, that's about the time when, you know, you as a baby start receiving attention from left, right, and center. I mean, I was getting attention, but you know, there's always like a fine girl gang and a fine boy gang. Like, you know, I was never noticed by that gang. And as a kid, it was always the same thing. And I had a serious problem making friends, because, you know, I would be in those circles, I would know all of these people, but it's like they would just overlook me. It's like I'm there, but I'm not there. And like I had to like struggle extra hard to like make friends, struggle extra hard to actually get people to talk to me. And even if they did talk to me, like it never lasted for long. It's like the friendship was just on the surface. The friendship was just for what, you know, I could offer them. And since at that point I was desperate to make friends, so I was such a people pleaser. Like I just wanted to please them. I would literally say yes to anything as long as you were my friend. So, and I learned at a very young age that, you know, I would rather be quiet. So that's why I became so introverted, so into myself, because I would rather just, you know, shut up and not say anything so that I'm not embarrassed. Because if we're being honest, like pretty babes can get, like they can get away with like being dumb as long as you have a pretty face. But I felt like I didn't have that luxury, and I didn't want to be embarrassed. I didn't even want to be seen in a certain way. So I'd rather be like quiet and just shy away from the entire situation. I also, if you know me, you know that I'm a very comfortable dresser. I literally wear anything, like I wear whatever as long as I'm comfortable. Joggers, big t-shirts, kaftans, like that's literally me. That's what I wear every day. And mind you, all the things I wear are oversized. They are like way oversized, because, you know, once you don't feel comfortable in your skin, it's like, why am I wearing something that's bodycon? Like, why am I wearing something that has to like, you know, show a little bit of skin or show like my figure? And it got bad because I didn't want to take any pictures. I honestly hated pictures. I still do, but I'm getting over it. Like I hated taking pictures of myself, because every time I take a picture of myself, I deleted it because I didn't like the way I looked. I was so obsessed with especially my upper body. So I hate the way my arms look. So at every given opportunity I have to cover them up, I will. I remember that before traveling before traveling to Nigeria, I had like a box of just, I had cardigans, I had like scarves, I literally had thick clothing because I got to law school, and like I would wear like a cute sundress, but I wear a cardigan over it or a scarf over it because I don't like seeing my arms at all. I don't like seeing like the fat that I have right here, so I would rather just cover it up. Like there'll be bare sun, the sun will be hot, and I'll be proper covered. And my sister used to ask me, like, she used to ask me what's going on, like, why are you covered? And I'll just be like, oh no, it's fine. But I know that she knew that I was so uncomfortable, like, showing off my body because I didn't like my body enough. And it affected me a lot. It affected me a lot. And the thing with not loving yourself is when you don't love yourself, like, it's like whoever comes into your life and the person loves you just for who you are, it's like you just feel like the person is lying, or the person is there for something, or there's always some backstory. And I actually met someone. I met someone and I messed it up. I messed it up so bad. Like, thinking about it now, I actually did mess it up so bad. I did. And at the end of the day, we both did things that we couldn't take back. Things that sorry. We both did things that we couldn't take back, and all I could do was, learn from it and just make myself like the better version of myself, so I never put myself and anybody's son in that same position again. I was broken, I was bad. Like, I hated my body so much. Like, you don't understand like how it feels like to actually hate your body so much that you want everything to change. There was a point in my life where not only was I doing research about surgery, like I wanted to like just bleach my skin, but I'm like I said, like I don't like rubbing like oil because I don't know, the sun here is mad. So I just feel like every time I put cream on my body, I just feel so much heat. So I would rather not. And I knew that if I had bought like bleaching cream, I would have been very inconsistent and I would have ended up looking like burnt plantain. So I didn't try that. But I did buy pills. I went to this lady and she was like, she has like enhancement pills that would like enhance you from within, and I bought them. And I started taking them. It didn't work. Like I literally didn't change. Like nothing on my complexion changed. And I stopped taking them. Then it got to a point where people were taking injections to be light skinned, and I considered taking it. I mean, it was cheap at the time, but when I think about like having to take injections and like the effects it would have on my body, the negative effects, I chickened out. I was like, you know what, I'm not going to do it. But I don't know what I'm going to do, but I definitely don't want to be this skin color. So I would like to sit here and say that, I'm totally over it. Yes, I'm in a good space. Like I'm where I am right now is a lot better than, what I was back then, but it took a lot of work. Like it didn't even take only me. It took like a special group of people to like help me realize that, like I was good, like I was beautiful, I was special. And not everybody has the grace to find people like that would help you throughout that. So going to Nigeria, I met one person, like she's my sister. I met one person and I speak about her a lot. You have seen her in my channel. Her name is Sarah. And when I met her, I like to say that I was going through a midlife crisis. I go through these periods where, when I just feel ugly, I feel overwhelmed and everything, I shave my hair. So I met her when I had shaved my hair. I think I even dyed it, and then I dyed it back black. Like I was just going through phases. And I'm sure she was just looking at me at the time like, what's wrong with this girl? Like I was proper in my shell. I hated talking to people. I hated being in situations that, would allow me to talk to people. I hated dressing a certain way. I hated wearing certain clothes. Like I was always the odd person. I would be wearing, like I said, I'd be wearing sweaters and cardigans under hot sun. Like I had all these things. I had all this, I had all these walls built right up that, I couldn't even see past it. And she started working on me. It's like she made it her duty to like wake up and tell me that, baby girl, you're beautiful. She would wake up the next day and tell me, baby girl, you're this. She sorry. She would wake up the next day and just give me so many affirmations like that just made me like feel good about myself. And the funny thing is, I was getting all these affirmations, but where I really wanted it to come from, it wasn't coming. It's like it would have felt a lot more better if it had come from my house, if I'm being honest. If it had come from like people that I actually really look up to, it would have meant like the whole world to me. But they were so caught up in their own lives that they didn't even stop to realize that there was something wrong under their own roof. And like I said, I was lucky to meet one person, and through her, I was able to meet like other people that literally helped me, because those people became my family. And they literally just looked at me and they said, you know what, like, baby girl, you're a lot more than you think you are. They pulled me out of a bad place, pulled me out of a lot of bad decisions, like made me realize that I was worth it. And from there, like, I started working on myself. I became like a better version of myself. I would like to say like I'm well on the way to like becoming the best version I could ever be. And the funny thing with like becoming confident is that once you become this person, some people say you're like you're arrogant, and you're just talking out of proportion, and you've changed, and where's all this thing coming from? But they don't really understand like how deep it was for me. So I'm sorry if you feel like I'm overly arrogant and I'm full of myself. I'm actually not. I'm just battling with demons that I rarely talk about. I just keep it. And I remember when I had a conversation with my dad about this, because when I came back, I was like, you know what, it's time we speak about it. And he told me that he didn't raise a weak daughter, he raised a strong daughter. And basically how he was disappointed that I let stuff like that get to me, that he expected me to know that I was beautiful, and he expected me to know my value. Parents. Oh well, that's a discussion for another day. I'm actually I don't like crying, talking less of crying in public, so I'm really trying to like I'm trying not to. So and my glasses help, so you guys won't see anything, by the way. So yeah, a lot of women, we don't talk about it. We just keep it and hope to God that it gets better and we move past it. In all honesty, we should speak out more. We should have these discussions more. We should help each other get over like these phases. Yeah, I feel like it's something that we should talk about. I feel like it's something that women should be open to talking about, and not just posting perfect pictures, because nobody is perfect. And I may have been lucky to like meet people who like helped me throughout that process, but not everybody is that lucky. So I'm going to beg you to seek help. If you don't have any close like loved one that you can speak to and the person helps you, I would advise you to get therapy. If not, I don't know. I know that therapy in Cameroon is like, I don't know how good it is, but I highly recommend that you talk to somebody. I also highly recommend that you be careful with your circle, because your circle can literally make or break you. If you're talking to the wrong people, they can literally just disappoint, like, sorry, they can literally just discourage you and just make you feel worse about yourself. So it's very important that you speak to people that are open-minded, people that are educated, people that understand and can help you through that. Is very important. And it's also important that you realize whose daughter you are. It's important for you to realize that God doesn't create imperfect things. Everything that he creates is perfect. Yes, we all have flaws, like we all have things that we're not proud of. I look at myself in the mirror sometimes and like I just don't feel it. I just don't feel that I'm perfect. I just don't feel like I'm beautiful on that day. But when I stand in front of my mirror and I have those doubts, I literally have to pull myself out of it, and I tell myself that, you're very beautiful, you're worth it, you're perfect, like you're God's own child. You were created in his image, and he is perfect. His perfection defined. So I have to remind myself, I have to remind myself of where I'm coming from, of who I am. And when I just affirm it, like, I just feel immediately, I feel better, because at that point, there's nobody that can tell me that, I'm not worth it. There's nobody that can tell me that I'm not, beautiful, because in God's eyes, in the person's eyes, in his eyes, I am perfect. And that's enough for me, because I don't really need the affirmation of man. It does nothing. It really does nothing for me. The person whose affirmation I need, I have. So I'll be fine. Like I said, it's a whole journey. You have to. It took me almost 3 years to get to where I am right now, and it's going to take you time, but trust me, it's worth it. It's really worth it. And I wish that, you get to a point where you're comfortable in your own skin, where you're comfortable in your own body, where you look at yourself with so much love, and basically just love yourself. And I'm also grateful for the people in my life, because I'll be a fool if I don't recognize what they have done for me. I'm grateful to have met them when I did, because God knew that I needed them badly. God knew that I needed them to help me throughout that, and I'm grateful that God is God, that he helped me when I couldn't help myself. And I can only pray that you find the help that you deserve and you get to where you want to be. So you guys, I've been sitting outside my office just, talking. It's time for me to like go in and work. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that this video helps you, and have a great day, guys.